Hello everyone. Oh, I'm so happy that we're together again. Welcome back. Yes, I have a very, very in-depth dream to share with you. I had this many years ago, but it feels like now is the time I need to share this. And I've actually been struggling with sharing it because it's so vivid. Even today, it's so vivid, and it was more of a nightmare. But I know it was the Lord pressing on me the urgency of the message. And the message is, do not be deceived. Okay, let's get started. Okay, I'd like to start this with a quick verse out of the Bible, John 3:16. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whoever believeth in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. Okay. I see myself laying on my stomach, and I'm laying in my bed, and I don't normally sleep on my stomach, so this felt uncomfortable. And my arms were being pulled straight out in front of me, like if I were diving into water. And I look up. As I look up, I start feeling myself being pulled forward on my bed. And there's nothing there, but something is pulling me. And then I look through my curtains, and this is what I see. I see these shadowy images, which in today's society, we know them as some sort of alien. And I start begging, please, no, don't take me. Please, please, no, don't take me. But I just feel myself being pulled, and nothing is stopping. And finally I say, Jesus, save me, please, as loud as I can in my dream. Jesus, save me, please, in my dream. And I feel everything stop. And then everything got really bright. I see myself in this room, and I'm laying flat on my back now, and I feel cold and exposed, like I don't have a blanket, or the cover I have is very minimal. And I'm looking around the room, and it's this weird blue tile, and then I realize it's like a medical examination room, and I can only guess that it's like medical equipment all around me, and I'm starting to get a little scared, and the thing that I'm laying on feels ice cold. And I know there's other people in the room, so I'm scared. I feel myself crawling off the table and sliding down to the floor and hiding behind the middle part of the table. It's a medical examination table, and it's like metal, and there's a metal bar at the bottom holding it up, and I can see that there's people on the other side of this table working. And so I look around, and I see a far corner in the room and a window, and I go as far as I can away from them, and I end up in this corner in the room. First I see someone wearing like a hazmat suit, and I get the impression there's a woman inside there working. She's inside of a cabinet and moving things around inside of this cabinet wearing the suit. Then I see this blonde woman wearing glasses, and she has like these vials. She's standing up near the person in the hazmat suit, and she's looking at these vials inside. And I know that whatever the person in the hazmat suit passed this on to her, and she somehow put them in these vials. Then there's another blonde lady also wearing glasses, and she was working, and they all have like lab coats on now, and she's looking at whatever the information that was inside these vials. She's looking under the microscope, and they're just working. And I kind of stop and I say, wait a minute, like, no one came to go grab me and put me back on the table. Nobody yelled at me and said, hey, what are you doing? They were done with me. I knew that they were done. And I stopped and I said, I'm still remembering the aliens. I said in my dream, I said, I'm thinking, like, where are the aliens? What happened? And then I realized that was the deception. That was the illusion. And then I'm in this room and I see these women, and they're just working, and they all look alike. They're like, well, I guess I would be septuplets or quintuplets. There was another lady, blonde, wearing glasses, and she was doing data entry. And there was another lady sitting next to her, and they were talking. And I knew that all the information, each one of them passed it on to the next, and the next, and the next, till they got to the data entry lady, and she was putting it all into their information. And they, they were all steadily working, and, they weren't even thinking about me. They got whatever they wanted from me, quote unquote, the specimen. And I was horrified. I knew, it was almost too perfect of a scene. And then I realized again in my dream, this was another deception. They were these blonde women, and they actually looked like they were from the 1980s. Their hair was teased up high. They had these huge glasses, too large for their face, and they were wearing like the multicolored sweaters under their lab coats. But it was all like, oh, don't worry about us. We're just working. We're just, no one's here to harm you or hurt you. We're just working. And I knew it was all false. I knew that they were planning and plotting. And this was another illusion. So I'm begging. I said, please, I need to wake up. I need out of this. I need to wake up. And finally I did. This dream was so vivid. First I felt like I was being taken by these, images of an alien. And then I felt like I was and I was even wearing a hospital gown. I knew I was wearing something thin, and it just felt like I was barely covered. And I'm laying on this metal slab table, and I just felt so exposed. I under attack, I needed to run. I just wanted to run away, and the first thing I did is I ran to the corner to get away. But what broke all of this was praying to Jesus in my dream. I prayed for him to save me from all that, and he did. And he was telling me throughout the dream, I felt that I knew that this was all a deception. He made it very clear that we were being deceived, and that if it's true that these fallen angels are here on earth, they are plotting and planning against us, and they only want our demise. Please keep praying. Please keep your eyes on God. I know it's hard. We get in our lives, but do not get fooled by the illusion, even if it's bad or even if it's good. Do not be deceived. Keep your eyes open. Pray often. I pray that we all see each other in heaven, and that we will be with Jesus very soon. Take care, and may God bless you all.